Before you decide to hire a new employee, you might want to listen to this. Whether you own a small or a big business, adding a new employee to the mix isn't something that should be taken lightly. Because if you make the wrong mistake, it can actually turn out to be quite a costly mistake and, of course, a waste of time. There are 5 critical factors to consider before hiring a new employee. And if you follow through with this formula, you are sure to find the best candidate that is suited for the job. This is a very simple but effective formula. Good employees can make a huge difference to the success of your business. And of course, you want to hire the best people who can handle the everyday operations and, of course, who are going to get the job done. When you are hiring, you need to know important factors that are going to lead you towards the best candidate. And understand that these factors may not be as obvious as you think. First thing we're gonna do is look at you. We need to have a clear and direct understanding of your business needs. Where do you need help? Think about the biggest needs in your company. And through that, then we can determine the type of employee that you need. Do you have a clear job description? Make sure that you have a crystal clear job descriptions because this will simply weed out all the candidates that are going to waste your time and attract the right candidates. What qualities do you want in the new employee? Only you know the type of culture that you would like to institute within your business. And so, remind yourself of what those are. Now that we got that out of the way, here are 5 critical factors that you need to know before hiring a new employee. Number 1, experience. As much as this is obvious, you really want to know if the candidate can do the job. A good way to determine if a person can get the job done is, of course, looking at their experience. Have they done similar work in other positions? How long have they been performing these duties? Do they have education in this area of work? The more experience someone has, the more likely they are to contribute with the least amount of training. However, here's the catch. Training and experience isn't everything because you really also want to look at the candidate's potential. When a candidate is passionate and driven, they can actually learn faster and, of course, work harder than somebody who has done the job for a long time. So that's something that you also want to take into consideration. Loyalty. It costs a lot of money to hire and train people over and over and over again. So of course, you really want to hire people who are more likely to stick around for the long run. Not only that, but a loyal employee will actually work harder. So you need to basically consider how long has the candidate stayed in previous jobs, and of course, look through their work history. But you also really want to understand the candidate's future goals, because that will actually give you an insight of their goal and vision, which obviously you want it to fall in alignment with your company's goal and vision. Personality and cultural fit. Having an employee that does not fit with your company's culture can actually have a negative ripple effect. They can negatively influence other employees and create conflict. This can actually have an impact on the work production and, of course, lead to money loss. And this will ultimately come down to their personality and attitude. However, the reverse also applies. So when the candidate personality fits in with the company's culture, then you know that they will be happy and, of course, more comfortable working in that environment, which obviously means that it can actually boost your team's morale and increase productivity. You want somebody who exudes positivity, who has a problem-solving mindset, and of course, who isn't afraid to take initiation, as opposed to someone who is always stressed out and of course rude. You will get a sense of the candidate's personality through small talk, through the interview process. And of course, you don't just want to listen to what they're saying, but you also want to watch their body language. Hardworking. A hard worker is somebody who is ambitious, who might even be looking to grow within the business, and of course, who might even be passionate about the job. You can determine if a candidate is a hard worker or not by simply asking them about a time when they went above and beyond at work. You want to, of course, ask them about their past experience, and that will give you an insight of how they're more likely to behave in the future. Communication. There are certain things that you can and can't teach people, and communication is sometimes one of those. So it's really important that people know how to communicate with each other clearly and professionally. You obviously want an employee who has emotional intelligence and common sense. So it can be sometimes hard to tell if somebody possesses any of these qualities. So one of the things you want to do is ask the candidate specific questions on certain case scenarios, how they would handle the situation and what they would do to resolve it. Try to ask complex questions and questions that are really well thought out, because you really want to see the candidate think about it and really go deep and see how they would react to these situations. And of course, you really want to ask about some previous case scenarios that have happened in the past in their work experience. Communication is also about being able to receive feedback and using that feedback constructively. Being a recruiting company, we really understand what it takes to hire the best. And what I just mentioned before is really just the icing on the cake. At Mitsuoka & Company, we not only offer recruiting services, but we actually also offer training. We will teach you and your team how to recruit, and we will pass on priceless knowledge with our tested and proven methods that we use to achieve the most efficient and successful results. If you want to know more about learning how to recruit for your business, simply go to our website, or you can click the description box below for more information. Mitsuoka & Company, because that's who we are.